Hey, this is Ben, and today I'm going to be playing a Crazyhouse game, which is basically two-player bughouse. So when I take my opponent's pieces, I can place them on the board at any point when it's my move. So I'm white, and it looks like he's playing some sort of weird opening, like a Sicilian that really weakens his dark squares. Usually I would expect d6 or d5, not c5. The French is a really common opening here in Crazyhouse. So he can sack on f2, which I'm going to guess is what he does. But he doesn't have any knights yet, so I don't have to worry about him placing them around my king. Maybe bishop b6 is his best move. If he plays bishop b6, I was probably going to place a pawn on d6, and I probably still am. Because this is... We're invading his dark squares. Now pawn at c7 would win his queen if I had another pawn. So if I can sacrifice for another pawn, that would be good. I don't see an easy way to do that, so I'll just continue with some development moves. I'm playing with an eye tracker and using my eyes as my hands, just because I have a pain problem, which you can learn more about in my past videos. So that's why the mouse is jumping all around the board, like crazily, because my eyes are super jumpy things. So I guess the plan here is bishop f4, pawn to e5, and just trying to get a really strong grip on the pawns, on the pawn chain, with a pawn on c7. I couldn't play bishop c4, b5, and sack on e6 or d7, because both those moves allow his queen to escape. I guess I could have played bishop c4, but well, I'm fine with just developing knight to c3. And yeah, he can take it, but that dark squared bishop's going to be pretty crucial. I might place a pawn on h6 if he loses his dark squared bishop. The h6 and h3 squares are really good for placing pawns, just because they guard g2 and g7. So now I should develop this bishop and castle. I don't always castle in Crazyhouse and bughouse, but in this position, it's just like he has no pieces developed on the king side. Nothing aggressive going on other than attacking the c3 knight. Queen b6 aims at f2, but does it really do anything? No, I don't think so. So bishop e3, pawn at d4. I guess I could have played it last move, bishop e3, hitting his queen. That was probably better last move. So we'll just castle. The mouse rests on a piece for a second, and then when I put it on a new square, it clicks. It's like a dwell clicking software. Here my ideas are either knight b5, knight a4, or knight d5. Knight d5 looks threatening, but he just takes and pawn takes. I don't see the obvious follow-up there. Knight b5 seems really good, threatening knight c7 immediately. So let's play that. We're both moving rather slowly, and we're not super high rated. I used to be around 2000 when I played on the free internet chess server a long time ago, and my opponent's around 1200, so... This is more of a game to show how Crazyhouse works, rather than have the strongest opponent ever. And a lot of Crazyhouse games are like 5 minutes, but more are 3 minutes or 1 minute. Rarely do you see one over 5 minutes. Okay, knight c7, is that still good? Because if I got a rook or queen, I could place it on e8 after knight c7, and that would be checkmate. Knight c7, then rook e8 is checkmate. So if I could win his queen, that would be really good. I cannot take on d4 yet, because he has 3 defenders. I can't play f4, e5, because pawn d3 check. So... I wonder if there's a way to prepare. Like if I had a pawn, I'd place on c7 or c5. a4, a5? a4, a5. This is a weird position because we don't have much material. My threat's a5 here. Knight takes a5, rook takes a5. And then the rooks are lined up, so the rook's pinned. I need to move faster. I have a good position. I'm not worried about any of his real threats. Now the queen, it's actually really good I got the queen there, simply because like the nature of the position is that I'm almost mating him. If I can just... Yeah, I'm just going to play like queen takes d4, I think. Because then I'm threatening queen f8, check. He has to block, and then I have queen pawn at c7 mate. So that's... Or actually knight d4 might even be better. Because then I'm threatening to take b5. So it is attacked twice, but after he takes it, I have queen at f8 check. He has to block it with a knight or bishop. And pawns can't block the back rank. It's the same as bughouse. And then I can place queen at c7 checkmate, or pawn at c7 checkmate. Let's just not mouse slip this. It's almost like I want to use my hands to do it just because I'm so sick of mouse slipping in critical moments of the game.
I
so
won.
You can just see that was how... So that's how a Crazyhouse game goes. Usually it's a little more aggressive with sacrifices around the king. And yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Feel free to ask me questions or post comments. Thanks.